So Kayla Trainer Company look poised for a championship run later in the spring, but you don't need to wait for a championship right now if you're a Syracuse sports fan. SU women's hockey defended its home ice and added some more brass to its trophy case in thrilling fashion earlier today. Syracuse squaring off with Mercyhurst in the Kennedy Ice Pavilion. The two squads had met 4 times in the regular season, each winning 2 apiece. Victoria Klimek slides it across to Abby Malotny for the game's first goal. 4th goal of the tournament for Abby Malotny, having an incredible postseason campaign. Then Sarah Marchand with the pitching wedge finish. I don't know how much golf they play up in Ontario, but she certainly looks like she has quite the short game. Another team that's been a mainstay in the Final Four is Duke men's lacrosse, but the number 10 Blue Devils have showed some signs of struggle this season. And considering the fact that Syracuse is 0-4 against ranked teams this year, I think it's safe to say the Orange were licking their lips and ready to pounce on a big opportunity this weekend. Petromawa and Gate taking the field, looking for their first ACC and ranked win together. Mateo Corsi gets the first goal for Syracuse 4 minutes into the first quarter, 3rd goal of the season for him. And then Tucker Dordovic drawing the double team, finding Brendan Curry, who winds one past Mike Adler. 5-1 Syracuse late in the first quarter. And in the second, SU picks up right where it left off. Owen Siebold with the dodge and the quick rip from X. 8-4 lead for the Orange at the half. Now man-up situation early in the third. Click, click, boom from Tucker Dordovic. 9-5 lead for SU. That would not be the last we hear from the Oregonian. Landon Clary to Dordovic. Razzle-dazzle finish. Folks, that's the reason why he's on the Tewarton Award watch list. 12-10 Syracuse midway through the 4th. So we've established that Dordovic can shoot, he can fly, he can also pass as well. Quick stick finish from Owen Siebold. Syracuse takes down number 10 Duke, 14-10, its first ranked win of the season. SU hoping to end a 2-game losing streak down in Chapel Hill and looking for answers for Jesse Edwards, who hasn't played in a couple of games. Cole Swider was certainly an answer. He had a career-high 36 points, the highest tally by an SU player since Tyus Battle recorded 37 back in January of 2018. You saw a 3 right there. He had 7 on the night. Buddy Boeheim getting involved as well, a tough bucket inside to give SU the lead late. And Boeheim working inside again, posting up his defender. Lefty shot, misses. Brahma Sidibe, though, there with the tap in to put SU on top by 1. Now, North Carolina would have an answer. Down 1, needing to tie it up or take the lead. Caleb Love bottoms, gives North Carolina that lead at 73-71. 7 seconds to go. Now, what does Syracuse have? Joe Girard takes it over the timeline, stops, pops, swish. 73 all with 1 second to go. We're going to overtime. Under 4 minutes to go in the extra session. Caleb Love stays hot, yes sir, with another 3, his 4th of the game. Then RJ Davis pounds one in as well to put the Tar Heels up by 8 points. And the waning stages of the game, booyah from Brady Manick. The Tar Heels would cruise to an 88-79 win. They outscore Syracuse 15-6 in the overtime session.
So 3rd and we'll call it 12 from the Pittsburgh 25 far side hash. The Panthers deploying a 3-receiver set with a tight end as well. Pickett's in the gun. Rodney Hammond to his left. He takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Roscoe has pressure off the edge. Pickett steps up, throws downfield, and he has a receiver. Catch made over the 40-yard line, and all the way up to the 50 goes Gavin Bartholomew again. Jahad Carter with the tackle, but not before Pitt moves the sticks.
What a disaster. 3rd down and long. And you give up a completion with Pickett on the run. You had pressure, and you couldn't get him. And that's kind of the mastery of Kenny Pickett, because he's not the most mobile quarterback, but he's elusive behind the line of scrimmage.
All the way up to midfield, fresh set of downs for Pitt. Pickett takes the snap, fakes to Hammond, steps up in the pocket, evades Roscoe again, throws near sideline, caught by Trey Tipton, and he's lassoed out of bounds by Adrian Cole. Pickup of 10, and the officials move the chains.
And Cody Roscoe, when he was sidestepped, he was visibly frustrated, still banging himself on his own helmet, yelling out to the sideline. He knows that he should have had a big sack there, and first month of the season he probably would have.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 40-yard line near side hash. Pittsburgh leading Syracuse 21-7. Pickett takes the snap, drops back, pumps, rolls out left, tries to get away from Jones, throws, and it's incomplete, out of play. He was out of the pocket. Jones wants an intentional grounding penalty. There was no receiver in the area, but he was out of the tackle box, so no penalty there. So harmlessly incomplete. The Panthers up by 14 with 6:21 to go in the third. John Eads, Brad Klein with you. 3-receiver set for the Panthers. Pickett in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands off to Hammond, who runs up the middle. Gets over the 35 and is still keeping his feet moving at the 33. And is brought down there. Tackle made by Cody Roscoe. Brings up 3rd and 2.
In the first quarter, Syracuse won the trenches. Not so much the rest of the way. That's been the difference.
3rd and 2, middle of the field, 33-yard line. Pickett motions Addison near side to far side. Takes the snap in the gun. Throws to Addison in the far side flat. Evades Deuce Chestnut, and he's running down the sideline all the way inside the Syracuse 15 before he's finally chopped down by Jason Simmons. But a big play on 3rd down. Again, Pittsburgh converts.
It was actually Eric Coley, touchdown-saving tackle, and a great closeout on the sideline because Addison has great breakaway speed, and Coley just figured out a way.
So instead of a touchdown, it is 1st and 10. But Pitt back in the red zone. Ball spotted at the Syracuse 13. Pickett fakes to Hammond. Swings it out again to Addison, this time to the near sideline. Stutter steps by Cole. And AC makes the tackle at the 5.
Adrian Cole on the stop to Syracuse.
So a 2nd and short situation all the way up to the Syracuse 5-yard line near side hash. Pickett trying to get the offense going, keeping the tempo up. Motions Addison near side to far side. Takes the snap. Swings it again to Addison for the 3rd time in a row, and he'll walk into the end zone untouched. Touchdown Pittsburgh. It's Pickett's 40th passing touchdown of the season, and it's all Panthers in the 3rd quarter, 27-7 Pitt with 4:45 to go. Number 3 Pittsburgh up 8-3 in set 1. All Panthers thus far. The Orange have 6 total attacks, but 4 errors on those 6 attacks. Big reason why Pitt's up 5. We're back underway in set 1. Markova denied again, but it's kept alive. Tees up another one, and this time it goes. The changeup beats Lexus Akeo, and SU gets its 4th point.
Markova tried to do that a couple points ago. She just went out of bounds, but when you send 3 blockers at her, that's a good way to beat that. You're not going to go through it, so go over it.
So 8-4, Pitt leads in set 1 as Markova serves. Remember, Mene had to put on the brakes. Now here's Shimanova. First swing is a kill. Back-to-back points for the Orange.
And just what the Orange asked for from Polina Shimanova. 1 chance, 1 kill across court.
Looked like that block was late, the help in the middle there as well. So that certainly helps. So 8-5, Pittsburgh leading Syracuse. Good look for Gray in the middle, but the block was there for the Orange. Katarkasi back row, Markova. That one sails out of play.
5 errors already for Syracuse. That hitting percent remains in the negatives for the Orange. That's not a recipe to win. They're lucky they're only down 4.
Yeah. So 9-5 Pittsburgh. Lekator member Mene with the serve for the Panthers, leading the team with 3 kills early on in set 1. Shimanova, she's 2 for 2.
Said it in the intro. As Polina Shimanova goes, the Orange go. So getting her going is going to be huge. And she uses the blockers to her advantage there. Kind of hit down on that. Not much Gray could do.
Slide shot for Gray, and it goes. Pitt takes the 10-6 lead.
So if there wasn't much Gray could do on the last point, she showed you what she could do right there. Good rotation out to the left, and she goes cross court to beat the Orange.
It was interesting. We saw Rachel Fairbanks get the start at setter for Pittsburgh, but now it's Lexus Akeo, who's the typical setter for this team, though they do run a 6-2, so they'll rotate a couple in there. But that was an interesting wrinkle. But Gray misfires on the serve. That's the 2nd service error for Pittsburgh. Lead down to 10-7.
Believe it or not, this is a good sign for the Orange. That hitting percent still in the negatives. They're only down 3 points. So you figure that's going to regress to the mean at least a little bit. So maybe a chance for the Orange to stay in this first set and possibly steal it.
Pitt's kind of keeping him in it with the airs a little bit. First look at Kayla Lund, gets the deflection off Franco, and her first swing results in a point.
We haven't talked about Kayla Lund yet, but she's the first player in the history of the ACC to repeat as Player of the Year. So
that's pretty good.
An embarrassment of riches over there for the Panthers.
Preseason All-ACC pick heading into the season. Third time she's earned that honor. 11-7, the Pittsburgh lead in set one. Fairbanks with the serve. She's back in for Pittsburgh. Free ball opportunity for the Panthers. It's Ende far side, dug out by Katarkasi. Now Shimanova tees one up. She's stuffed. Try it again. Too much.
6 errors already for the Orange.
That block has just been, on the Pittsburgh side of things, it's always been there. It's giving Markova a tough time. It's giving Shimanova a tough time. It's got to make it tough when you're swinging, trying to avoid that block and keep it in. Smith on goal from the 8. Missed it wide right. Nearly had her first goal of the season. Getting some extended run today with Jenny Markey on the sideline. Tyrell from X. Behind the back shot. Behind the back goal. Oh, Megan Carney, are you kidding me with that? Syracuse up 7. 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
That was filthy. What a feed, first of all, from Tyrell, getting the other Megan going the opposite way. And Carney had no other angle. She was falling past goal line extended. The only possible way she could get it on cage was that BTB. And her head coach has to love it. The creativity, what she emphasized midweek, coming out in full force.
Ian, that was the same spot, the same shot, and the same goal that we saw Tucker Dordovic do yesterday for the SU men's team.
Well, I think Dordovic's was a bit more premeditated because Syracuse men's lacrosse had a massive lead over Holy Cross. I really think Carney just pulled that out of her back pocket.
Wouldn't be surprised because Kayla Traynor told us she's the highest IQ player on this Syracuse team. Must have had that sixth sense to let that go behind her back.
Well, it was either that or a face plant into the end zone.
Second goal of the day for Carney. Syracuse in double digits before we reach half. Draw control win for the Orange. Smith has it on the far side. And the Long Island native dishes it to Savannah Schweitzer. Bit of a mix-up here in the midfield position. Olivia Adamson in there along with Jalen Jimerson, the Collins, New York native. And charging in late was Peyton Rowley. Loose ball in front. Picked up by Rowley, who fires into the spoon of Manning. A short range opportunity for the junior from Carthage, New York, but turned aside by the junior goaltender.
Rowley's one of the newer faces that is going to get some run with the absence of Jenny Markey. She was used primarily as a draw controller for SU in the past couple of years, but an expanded role with holes to fill.
Played in 6 games last year and had 5 draw controls as Syracuse forces a turnover at midfield. And Emily Harris-Chuck takes it back to the offensive end.
I think she wants to work one-on-one, John.
This looks like a mismatch. Harris-Chuck against Kelly Quinn. She slows it down at X. Takes it around the bend with her left. Question mark dodge, missed it wide left. And an offensive foul is called.
Physicality of Harris-Chuck again coming back to bite her. A follow through over the top on the head of Kelly Quinn, and Harris-Chuck wants to use her body to find space, but I think she has to back off of it today the way the referees are officiating.
That's just her playing style, right? She likes to play a little bit of volleyball, use her physicality to her advantage, but thus far today it's kind of been working against her with the infractions.
And with the emphasis on hits to the head this year by the officials, Harris-Chuck is going to have to watch her follow-throughs going forward.
So Binghamton needing a response in the offensive end, trailing by 7 with about 4 to go in the first half. Kristen Scheidel, first time we're seeing her. And she turns it over, trying to feed a cutter inside.